Good evening, everyone, and welcome to episode 27 of Honor Among Thieves. We are slowly creeping up on the number of encyclopedias you might find on your shelf or issues of National Geographic. And
Speak for yourself.
There's like a 5-second delay I'm noticing, so I will just dramatically pause every few moments to let myself catch up.
You mean to let the weight of your words sink in?
Exactly. That is what I want to do. And yes. Okay. So we are, I just turned off my video, so now I can't even see myself lag. Hayden, can you introduce yourself?
Yes, I can. Hello, everybody. It's good to be here as always. Sorry that seems Martin is fading in and out of existence in the technical realm, but my name is Hayden. I do a lot of stuff with Gaming Honors, a booth jockey at Gen Con, a magical crash test dummy in many of our streams, learning the extents of how badly corruption and divine rage can knock down the magic users of the DCC world. And now also assist a lot with logistics and deadline tracking and other such things while trying to support the rest of the Gaming Honors team in any way that I can.
And Hayden, have you come up with a name for what that job is?
Well, I have enjoyed the dope title that has been passed out by our audience. You know, I resent it, but at the same time, if it brings joy to the fans, then who am I to oppose, right?
That is really moving dedication to the company, and I appreciate that. If my voice is still coming through, Andrea, who are you?
Hi, I'm Andrea. I'm sitting next to Martin, which is very accurate because I am gamer adjacent, not a gamer myself. Which this is really difficult to do.
It's fun. We're doing what gaming is centered around, right? We're using our imaginations, and we're
right.
So it could just be the internet, because Meredith herself is saying she's lagging really badly as well, and she's in an entirely different state from our fearless leader.
I think it's a conspiracy. So I am the CEO of the company and of Gaming Honors, and I help out with all of the stuff that nobody else wants to do, the books and inventory and all that good stuff. I'm also you'll see me as the wizard at Gen Con getting my player character getting killed a lot. Not me,
just your player
just character. My player character getting killed a lot,
while I desperately try to heal you and then fail miserably.
That's right.
All right, very good. And Kate, are you hearing me? And if you are, why don't you introduce yourself?
Yes, I'm here. I'm here in the future, unlike Martin. I'm Kate, and Martin is my brother, and so I'm a family member, but also a big fan of Gaming Honors, and I'm new to gaming. So in the chat when we were talking amongst ourselves earlier, a couple of people were talking about how we're starting new types of characters. Keith and Joss, I think, both mentioned that they're getting to start, playing the cleric for the first time and lawyer or whatever. And anyway, that's where I'm at, like in terms of pretty much everything. It's the first time. So yes, so I'm enjoying it. And yeah, tonight I'll be playing Headlock, assuming we can get that far.
Yes. We are all waiting in anticipation to see how that goes. I probably, in my zeal to deal with the phlogistonic interference, forgot to introduce myself. My name is Martin, and I am the lead writer for Gaming Honors. I do a lot of our social media as well. And tonight I will be the judge, which should be particularly interesting because I don't know how much of what I'm saying is getting through or when.
We can't see you, but your audio is fantastic.
Oh, you can't. Oh, but you can hear us. You can hear me. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
But it's
well,
it's
let's
okay.
see.
Yeah, I mean, I think everything. Oh,
What did that do?
Um,
Oh,
well, yeah, why don't you do? I think the audio is good. So then you could just from time to time put the video on so we can remember what you look like and then just
no, don't. It screws up the OBS setup. Just keep the video
Oh.
off.
okay. So, okay. Now I think I understand what's going on. So when you hear me, I sound fine.
You just keep your video
Yes.
off. The audio's working fine. Elena, are
So-
we down right now or are we up? We're still
So
live. Okay.
I will move to my podcast voice. I am Martin. I will be the judge this evening, and I am the lead writer for Gaming Honors. So we will move to our next section. We are also doing a telethon, and it's
Quick.
actually really appropriate because this segment is called "So Then What Happened?" And Andrea, why don't you tell the callers what we have going on?
Quick question. Is your podcast one of those sleep podcasts where you listen to it?
I wish.
So we are about a week and a half into our Kickstarter for the Boss Dragon pin. Did you send Elena a picture of that?
I did. Elena has a picture of the Matt Morrow art for our
Okay.
Dragon Hero pin.
Yeah, so if Elena, if you can find that, that would be amazing. And so we are just a little bit below our goal to fund the Kickstarter. So this is the time when our loyal fans need to get on social media and call up. Wait.
We want to hear those phones ringing. Are those phones ringing in the bank, in the telebank?
Call 1-800 Gaming Honors.
I wish we could offer you a tote bag, but if we fund, you will get a pin.
Yeah, so we're about $150 away from funding our Big Boss Kickstarter, and this dragon is what your GM can use on their screen or on their person to describe what's happening, the health of the bad guy.
That's very good.
Thank you.
Yes, very, very, very clear. So that is very exciting. And yes, if you follow even if you don't follow if you don't back the Kickstarter, we've been doing a series of updates on dragon lore. So for instance, I've learned more about Beowulf than I knew, and I've learned about Tiamat, the actual Mesopotamian god. So if you're just curious about dragons, check out our Kickstarter and learn about dragons. Hayden, but we're not all just about the telemarketing. What else have we been doing?
No, we are not. We have been gaming every once in a while still, as gamers are wont to do. And you know what? I think while I talk about the gaming we've been doing, I'm going to use my hero pin to represent Martin and Andrea's ping tonight, just to kind of keep all the viewers up to date. So we have been recently with our friend Rob trying out a campaign and a new system that is currently also being kickstarted called Shadow Dark. And in our Shadow Dark campaign, I unfortunately missed the last session, so I will need Martin to help catch me up a little bit live on what happened. But while I was still around, we finally reached the end of a storyline that I don't want to drop too many details on because it may be something that our audience will be interested in seeing in the future in additional products that we have coming. So suffice to say that we had adventurers who went through a lot of harrowing ordeals. We unfortunately lost one of Martin's characters in one of our final confrontations in a hallway against a great hulking beast. And many of us regained a lot of memories that we had lost before. And Martin, do you want to tell a little bit about what happened once some of us finally gained those memories back?
Oh, I so do. And am I right? So you have not seen a write-up from last session, have you, Hayden?
I don't think so. Was it updated in the document and I just missed it because I was waiting to see an email?
I don't know that it has been, but I will just tell you that the party is in deep deep trouble.
I gathered that from one of Rob's emails.
We descended into we were sort of going on an adventure, and we had descended into an underground sort of cavern system, and we ran into some catfish people, which unbelievably we did not fight, and instead they asked us if we could help them deal with a little domestic difficulty they were having with another group of cave dwellers. And because we were, confident in our abilities, we waded right in. And presently, Thad's character ran for his life. My character dove into the darkness. One of the cool things about Shadow Dark is torches last exactly 1 hour of real world time. So once you light a torch, you start a timer, and when the timer goes off, the torch is out. And so we were plunged into darkness, but not before the other 3 members of our party were all taken captive. So my little goblin thief is trying to figure out how to be a hero, but the odds are not good. In fact, Rob said, roll up some new characters. So we will see what happens.
And so who got captured?
So that would be your Lance's character.
Yeah.
And Adam's character.
Uh-huh.
And Chris's character.
So the 2 goblins and a halfling. Okay.
That's right, 2 goblins and a halfling.
Wild.
So it was very exciting. But there has been so much gaming going on. Kate, you have been gaming. I know, because I was there. What are you up to?
Well, it's just last night I was laughing when I was putting my pin on today, because I thought I could have just worn the same shirt, kept it on, saved the effort. But we were playing and we're pretty fresh into this Purple Planet adventure. And we leveled up for last night. It was our first night as level 1s, and luckily everyone lived.
Yeah, actually you did pretty well.
We did. We were, yeah. Yes. We encountered some truly horrifying mummies that were they were sort of laid out ceremonial style, and then and they were wearing skins, and then the judge was clear to point out that it wasn't like animal skins, they were wearing human skins. So when those things came to life, they were like double-skinned mummy people.
Gross.
Which is a really gross. However, it makes for some really fun kills because we did manage to kill them all.
Awesome.
Yes.
So yes.
And I should note that Purple Planet is a DCC campaign setting by Harley Stroh. So you can check out, and I think I sent Elena a copy of the PDF cover so you could see it. Yeah, it's super fun, very punishing, because you're on a strange planet, and just being on the planet, exerting yourself on the planet, wears on your constitution. So you're taking constitution damage every day that you can only recover through magical healing or through like serious rest. Yeah, so that was exciting. And then what I've done a couple of interesting things. So I actually started, because education matters, I started a new class. I'm taking a class on using games in education through Central Michigan University. And so we're learning about new games, and one that I just learned about and that I played is called The 1,000-Year-Old Vampire, and it is a solo RPG. You play it just alone. It's a book, and you come Ruta-Betty's of Wrath. I just got into the chat. You invent a vampire, and basically you go through time losing memories because you're so old you can't remember everything. So things start to fade away. All right, we've got some really great American literature. This is my jam. I can't believe it. So yeah, 1,000-Year-Old Vampire. It was a Kickstarter a couple of years ago, and now it's in Cold Rutabaga. It's a very beautiful book. So really great solo role-playing game. And then the other thing, because there have been articles lately about how English majors are going away, which I take serious issue with, and and I can see in the chat how important an English major is from these literary references.
That's right.
I happened to be shopping the other day when I saw a sign that was profoundly disturbing to me. And Elena, if you have that sign, you might notice that if you go to this aisle of a grocery store chain that will remain nameless, you can buy kitty litter. And so when I saw the sign for kitty litter, Andrea, what did you say?
Well, you asked the question.
I said, I asked if,
Yeah, way to go.
yep.
On the joke.
Sorry. I asked if kitty litter were a unit of measurement. What kind of unit of measurement is kitty litter?
Don't you mean measurement?
A unit of measurement. It's probably even better without seeing our faces.
I can confirm that it definitely is.
I guess I want to add a little more backstory. So then this was a text chain that and I get in like the middle of my day, like I'm going about my life. And then Martin sends us the picture and then says the question about something, you know, about the measurement. And then Andrea just pulls out measurement out of nowhere. And then he said, I love you.
Yeah.
I was like, that is true love.
I am fighting really hard I'm fighting really hard not to just turn on my camera by surprise so you can see all of us. But yes, I know Hayden and Elena will kill me. So yes, that was, as you can see, we have had a very, holy cow, History Prof is in the house. History Prof, you've missed out on a lot of literary puns, but now we're hoping you will usher in the, shall I say, renaissance of history puns. But moving on, we're going to go to I Scry with My Little Eye, which is where we get to tease and build up the hype train. Start the hype train.
Woo woo.
There, good, Andrea. The hype train for what's coming down the tracks. Oh, the Wells Fargo wagon is all right.
I was right with you.
The Ruta-Betty of Notre Dame. Huckleberry Ruta-Betty. One of the things that we are going to start doing. Oh, he's going to bring the Reformation. Speaking as someone who works at a Lutheran institution, I'm all in favor. We are actually.
Hey.
Well, oh, sorry, Andrea. Now we've
I'm not
entered
even Christian enough to know why that's offensive.
It's a religious schism. We are actually going to start streaming. Well, not streaming. We are going to start video recording our games right here in Gaming Honors headquarters.
World headquarters.
So Thad Donovan, while Andrea was at work, went ahead and drilled holes in our walls and ceilings to hang lights and cameras. So Elena, you have a photo of that to show. So you can see that we are entering the future here at our yes. You can tell from the old.
I want to invest in a more bandwidth. Just
we happen to have steam-powered internet here.
I mean, I would watch you guys playing. I mean, listen to you guys playing, I'm sure, but I'm not sure that the
Is that the problem, Martin? The boys stopped shoveling the coal quickly enough, so it's slowing down a little bit.
I think it is affecting our internet. Yes, we don't have enough. Oh yeah, and Keith, it will be super fun. And we're trying to schedule our first show, and we're probably going to do the Peasants Fell Bargain, which was our very first module. So we're really excited about that. But what I'm really excited about is this competition between two visible competitors and one invisible competitor, and everyone knows what this is. So you think you're a peasant.
And I think we all know who the peasant is.
Yeah, we don't even have to play this week.
Wow. Yeah, we are the invisible Ruta-Betty. of mice and rutabaga.
Uh,
All right, so those of you who are tuning into the show, I'm sorry, but no, if you're tuning into the show for the first time, you'll know that we like to explore the Dungeon Crawl Classics occupation table. In DCC, you start as a 0-level peasant, and you roll to see what kind of peasant you are, and every peasant is given a single weapon and a single occupational trade good. We are actually, for the good fun of it, using the Weird Frontiers core rulebook, which is, at least for the moment, back in stock at Goodman Games. This was a Kickstarter by David Beatty. It's an amazing alternate history 19th century campaign setting. So if you didn't get a chance to get it, this is your last chance, because after this, I think it's print on demand. But I'm going to roll on the occupation table, and then our contestants will have 2 minutes to rifle through their belongings, finding the occupation good that I name or a near facsimile. Andrea will probably just do a verbal description of whatever she can make up.
That'll be good.
So yes, we'll see if she gets the sympathy vote. So I'm going to be rolling. Here we go. All right. Okay, so you all are ex-servants. And apparently what that means, and you'll interpret this as you will, you must find an average suit. Average suit.
Oh.
Elena, may we have 2 minutes on the clock? Where are you going, Andrea?
I'm
Run, Andrea,
mentally
run.
to your closet to
So-
get an average suit.
I suppose you're just going to sit here and talk with me?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
well, that's fine. So what should we tell our listeners this evening
About what?
about?
What do our listeners want to know about?
Yeah, so yeah, that's a great question. And Rob, we really did miss you the other last night on the Purple Planet. But they did manage to survive without you. But we'll be looking forward to your return next time. Wow, Hayden, if one didn't know better, they might think you were a business major in college.
wow. I
You-
wonder what would give them that indication.
You came back very quickly. That's all I'm saying.
I will say, I think I've only worn this outfit once since I graduated, and I
Oh.
was so overdressed.
Are you saying that the business world is changing?
Zoom. It's Zoom.
Did you no, Martin? No. We're gonna dwell on that for a second. Did you just
Okay.
tell me that it's changing?
I was asking. Oh, yeah. Yes, I wish I could say that was totally planned. I also want to note, so while I'm giving you a hard time, Kate, I happen to know, majored in music. And I don't know if that has anything to do with why it took her longer to find an average suit. But here you are back, and I will say that well done. Andrea, actually, it's amazing. She ran everywhere. She did a backflip over the table.
Everywhere, all at once.
Everywhere, all at once.
Everything?
Yes.
She is. Do you even want to try to just say something about an average suit?
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
I was going to describe your first suit out of graduate school.
Oh my gosh, you're going last. Okay, so Kate, what do you have for an average suit?
So, funny story. So I did major in music. And then I went to law school. So I actually do have quite a lot of suits. But in looking for an average one, I decided
Wait, Kate, are you saying you have lawsuits?
Ah,
Oh, yes.
no, you're saying that. Yes, so I decided to go with one that's more average, so it's mismatched.
Oh,
Because if you
wow.
look, it wouldn't be average if it was too slick. So
Oh, and yeah, are those single color or do I see stripes on the pants?
Stripes on the
the
pants.
pants are like what do you call that stuff? Plaid stuff.
Like
I know. Someone help me out here.
Houndstooth?
No, it's
Houndstooth. Is that what it is? No.
Two-tone? Stripes.
It's Banana Republic special. I don't know.
All right. Well, we'll be. I mean, I have to say, I like the fact that I don't see any paisley. I mean, that's pretty average.
Yes.
Hayden, what are they teaching now down at IU nowadays? What do you got for us?
Well, you know, rewinding before IU, Martin, I actually bought this also Banana Republic suit when I was 17 years old for my state debate or speech tournament. I can't really remember which one.
Oh, wow.
I can confirm after trying to wear it to a business meeting recently, after 7 years, it does not fit anymore.
Growth spurt.
Yep, filling out a little bit too much. So when the time comes, apparently I will be shopping for a new one. But let me ask you this. What is more peasantish than putting on a 7-year-old black Banana Republic business suit?
Oh, that's a good point. So I see Kate's modeling hers. Hayden, you just told us it doesn't fit, but I'm curious.
Well, I'll say this: the part that really doesn't fit is the pants.
Yep, get used to that, pal. See the future.
Although this,
gosh.
nope, this is very tight. Yep.
Wow, but this is perhaps our best episode.
I actually think we might.
And it's not just because you can't see me. So okay,
This
Andrea.
is my pretentious game master cosplay.
So yeah, so
Yes.
I want to describe the shopping experience for Martin's. It was your interview. Two things. So he just was graduating from graduate school and he had to go on the academic job market. And so we went in Iowa City, we went down to the downtown
Fancy menswear store.
I forget what it was called.
Fancy menswear store.
And so the average suit that he got was the I guess it wasn't a suit, the jacket, the navy blue jacket that you still wear.
That was actually not from that store. That was from a department store.
Oh, okay. Well, in my mind, it was from that store. And the other suit that you got, which we thought would last for years and years and years, but in truth only lasted through that interview season, was a drab olive suit, houndstooth suit that was skinny, right? It was a skinny suit.
Yeah, with like weird lapels.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Define weird.
Like very, very short, very small lapels. So almost yeah.
Okay.
And explain how it only lasted one season.
Well, it was very trendy.
Which meant it was not, yeah, like
I thought maybe you had so many interviews you like wore out the seat of the pants or something.
Is trendy.
I had to sleep under an overpass in it for several months because the academic job market is tough. No, it just looked dated like the day after I bought it.
Yes.
So yes.
Yeah.
All right. Well, on that note, and I want to send a welcome to Dragon at Rest. You are just in time, Dragon at Rest. We are about to have a vote now for the peasant. Who is our peasant of the evening? You will get a survey in the chat. We have Kate in her average suit. We have, and with the striped pants. We have Hayden in his average suit from high school with the too small pants. We have Andrea mocking my past. Do you want to recognize Andrea for her cruelty, or do you want to appreciate Hayden or Kate for going the extra mile? Oh, right now they really like the cruelty. Oh my god.
I know this is the least peasant we've ever looked.
Andrea,
this says a lot more about our audience than about our contestants, perhaps. But no, oh my gosh, it is neck and neck.
oh my goodness.
Oh, this is okay. The voting will be closing.
What tie did we pick to go with that thing?
No hanging chads.
I think they were very wide ties at the time. They were wide. Wide was fashionable.
To contrast the skinny suit.
Oh, don't forget to use channel points. Yes, Vitani Mara, what is a channel point? Oh no, I've just heard from Vitani Mara that you can't hear her. So don't forget to use your channel points, everyone.
Whatever that means.
Whatever that may be. Oh my gosh, this is an incredible
Wow.
victory. It looks like the crowd believes that Kate is the peasant. And Joss is all out. It's okay, Joss. It's all right. We understand. Kate, congratulations. You are a peasant.
Again.
And I have to say, does that jacket have padded shoulders?
Yes, it does.
I mean,
I've just been working out.
Yeah, it adds to the power suit look.
It really does. I immediately felt more, authoritarian.
Brotherhood of the Dice is raiding. Welcome. Oh yeah, you thought you said present. No, this is peasant. Dungeon Crawl Classics. We wanted to know, so you think you're a peasant, and it is Kate. Congratulations, Kate.
Hey, Kate.
Thank you, everyone.
You like her. You really like her. Oh, very Oscar. Yeah, we're really in the Oscar mode tonight.
I'd like to thank Banana Republic.
Yes, I know. Give us a sponsorship. That's right. The Palette of Filth.
The Palette of Filth is the reward. And so I am here with Andrea. Say hello, Andrea.
Hello.
We are here speaking from the ether, from the unknown void. Our voices coming in. And now we are going to be checking in with two of the world's unluckiest adventurers this evening. Good evening, Brotherhood of the Dice. You are just in time for our actual play adventure with Headlock, the Warrior, and Randy, the Wizard in Dungeon Crawl Classics. Would you just tell our viewers a little bit about yourselves, heroes?
Randy has been known by many horrible names. The reason for that is that he, for a long time, tried to give magical showcases for the Honor Among Thieves crew, and seemed to constantly critically fail on his spell checks, and it left him with around a dozen different simultaneous corruptions that made him a wandering circus attraction. And now he has reconvened with the party, as well as his extremely...
Do you still have all the corrections?
Oh, I believe...
Yes, you have them all?
I think he does. I think Randy owned those corruptions. They've given him some cool powers. I mean, he can scare enemies pretty effectively with his dog leg and his amorphous, ever-moving skin and his lightning eyeballs.
And a beak.
Exactly, but now he's occasionally swapping places with his devout brother who he doesn't get along with, and he's back for the week to try to help take down another foe.
Yes, and if you're new to Dungeon Crawl Classics, one of the things that makes it a fun system is magic is never a sure thing. And so you have to roll to see if your spells go off, and sometimes if they don't, the failures can be catastrophic. And you do get corruptions that will sort of mutate your body. So the more you are a wizard and the more spells you're casting, the worse it can be. And what level are you now, Randy?
I believe that Randy is still... I think he's still down at level 6, because I don't think that he was around when we leveled up. That was Sandy.
That sounds right. And I will just note that level 6, though, is an incredibly high level in Dungeon Crawl Classics, which is a difficult system. Magic is very unsure. It lacks confidence. It's true. It has a self-esteem issue. So that is Randy. Kate, tell us a little bit about Headlock.
Well, Headlock is a warrior. He's level 7, which is super fun to play because when you're learning DCC for the first time, like every level, you get added bonuses and you feel so powerful. So Headlock was a locksmith before he decided that really he liked wrestling bad guys to the ground. So after an initial skirmish with the current band of tonight only the wizard, but we usually have some other friends with us. He now is a warrior fighting for the justice for Ruta-Vegas.
Yes, and that is a very important plot point for our new viewers. There is definitely a vegetable mission. The rutabaga crop and the rutabaga market collapsed tragically, and Hack, one of your party members, has been on a mission to restore rutabagas to their rightful place as the root vegetable of righteousness. And he is hounded in his efforts by his nemesis, Ruta-Betty. So the last time we left our adventurers, it is a divine quest. It truly is.
Yes, she finally learned how to hack Wi-Fi too. It's her newest spell.
You are not going to let my poor Wi-Fi go. Here we go. He's got a fever, and the only cure is more rutabaga. You had secured what seemed to be magic rutabaga seeds and had tried to plant them, but in fact had sort of had a failed kind of encounter with a farmer who agreed to try and plant them for you, but you realized that with Ruta-Betty still out there, you had to Ruta-Betty Page. Oh my gosh, you had to keep moving on. And so you did. You left that village behind and you began walking along, and you are making your way along the lonely road through the rolling carrot top foothills. And as you make your way, one might say you were stalking your way through the carrot top foothills. Suddenly, a torrential rain begins to fall. I mean, it's just pounding down upon you. The water, and soon the path becomes a muddy morass of muck. And you are soaked to the skin. It's deeply unsettling. It's just pouring rain. You are in these sort of rolling hills. What do?
So Randy has a waterproof sack, and he begins holding the waterproof sack over his head in a vain attempt to maintain an inch of dryness anywhere. I also need to throw out that I feel really bad for Headlock right now, because with that dog leg getting soaked from all the muck that we're wading through, that wet dog smell is just palpable.
And I have to know, Randy, was there anything in the sack that you have just put over your head?
Randy likes to travel relatively light, so no, not at this moment. There were no reagents in there, so don't worry.
Okay.
He's not going to blow his head up on accident.
Okay, so you are and it's okay, so you were trying to cover your head with a sack. Headlock, anything you're doing? This rain is just beating down on you.
No, other than I'm just curled up in a ball, holding my nose.
Wait, you were literally curling up in a ball?
Yes.
Yeah, did you miss the part about the mud? The morass,
No, I like mud.
The morass of mud.
I'm really into wrestling.
Oh. Okay.
I knew it was coming.
So, all right. So the rain continues to beat down, and now, unfortunately, it feels like it is beginning to hail. So now you are being pelted with ever increasingly large bits of ice. And in fact,
what?
In fact, you each took a point of damage as this ice is pelting down at you.
Okay. Wow. This is what is going on? I've never seen weather undulate like this.
You've never seen weather? You need to get out of the basement. What are you going to do?
We need shelter.
Ah!
Is there a cave or a big tree?
Yes, funny you should ask that. Because in fact, as you actually peek out from under your rainproof sack long enough to spot in the side of a hill, burrow. Yeah, you could also dig a hole, but no, you actually spot what looks like a fairly small, maybe it's like 4 feet in diameter. There's like a hole in the side of a hill in the Carrot Top Hills.
Headlock. My lightning eyes sense a hole.
Get in the hole.
Let's investigate the hole.
Yeah, maybe there's more mud in there.
All right, so who's going in first?
I'll take the lead.
Okay, and what are you, human, Headlock?
Yes.
Okay, so you climb in. Yes, we're being careful, Mayor for Self. Elena has not cut off our feed. You are climbing in, and within about, I don't know, 4 feet, actually, it opens up into a much broader passage. But I have to tell you, it is pretty dark in there because, of course, you've got the storm outside. There is no natural light, so it's pretty dark.
All right.
Uh-oh.
Yes. Well, I'm just gonna shake it off, try to shake off some of the mud and hail, and call back to you to come in and bring some light.
Do you have any torches, Headlock? Martin, I'm gonna be scanning the wall, seeing if there are any sources of light here already. Torches in sconces. Is this? Am I getting any luck with that?
No, it definitely does not seem like it is not a worked cavern in any way. It definitely looks like an animal of some kind might have burrowed it at some point.
Oh, well, that is rather disappointing. All right,
Mhm.
I am going to be holding my hands out and feeling out with my feet as I progress, as it starts to get darker, to make sure that there is nothing that I'm going to run into that's dangerous.
Okay. So neither of you have a light source. Is that what you're telling me?
I am. You know what? Randy is racking his brain trying to remember if any of the many things that have happened to him transfer into a light source, but as of now, I don't think so.
I bet you had flint and steel in that sack you dumped over your head, but that's all now.
Well, you know what? Actually, I have a little bit of. I obviously I have like some fabric. I've got oil as well. I know that I have oil, so I think what I could try is trying to get a couple rocks from the corner of this cave and getting myself a spark from that after I oil up a little bundle of fabric on a stick. I'll build a torch, Martin, with my ingenuity.
So Dragon at Rest had an interesting idea that maybe you could use your lightning eyes.
I was wondering about that.
Lightning eyes. I see the magic within your. Okay, so are you going to try and ignite your oily rag with your eyes?
Yes, I'm going to ignite my oily rag with my lightning eyes, Martin.
Okay, it is truly heroic, but yes, it ignites. And yes, you can see now. And you see the passageway continues downward and seems to be getting progressively wider.
All right, well, Headlock, I guess we have to go find out where this cavern leads.
Yes, I mean anything to stay away from that really damaging hail that we encountered.
Your insurance will cover it. So yes, you continue to move down, and now it's getting there is a kind of strange odor, and the odor seems to be getting stronger. And just when you think you're getting a little bit, you're getting some misgivings about this, the passageway suddenly opens up into a huge cavern. And in the middle of the cavern, there is an enormous pile of various bric-a-brac, say tchotchkes, different sort of random items are piled up in a heap, and nestled in the center of this heap is a beast with enormous wings, a long neck leading to a gigantic, very tooth-filled mouth, and the head raises up and says, "Who dare disturb the slumber of Radicchio?"
See, Headlock, I told you that smell wasn't me.
I swear I should be having at least 1 more hour of sleep. Why? Why have you awakened me?
Hail, Radicchio!
I'm a huge fan of your lettuces.
We mean
Speak! Speak, I say!
hail! We seek shelter from the hail. I am Randy. This is my friend Headlock.
Well met, Randy and Headlock. But tell me, oh my gosh, Dice Station Zebra, why? Tell me, why should I let you live? Speak.
I understand. I understand what it's like to be a monstrous being who wishes to hide away from the world. We need not fight each other. We are two beings cut from the same cloth, you and I. Look upon my weirdness. And Randy just lets that hang in the air for a moment.
Yeah, so Randy, give me a personality check. That was the most depressing attempt at relating to someone I have ever heard.
It's
We're
Randy,
both-
baby. You know what? You see that right there? Do you see that, Martin?
No.
See that big old 2-0 right there?
Okay, all right, okay. You got a natural 20, which is amazing. So yeah, so Radicchio says, "Yes, Randy, I can see that the plagues of magic have had their way with you. There is nothing I can do to you that you have not already done to yourself."
This guy gets it.
But your companion, I must eat. Roll for initiative.
Okay, if you insist.
This is some roughage.
You know what? Even though we have to kill him, I respect his candor and his directness.
He cuts right to the chase. Headlock, what's your initiative?
I'm at 24.
Wow. Okay, and Randy.
12.
Okay, that's more like it. All right, here we go. So yes, just as Radicchio the dragon says this and is starting to lumber out of this pile of stuff, Headlock, you are first. What do you do?
Well, I do hate to attack someone who also misses the extra hour of sleep, but attack I must because I don't want to be eaten
Yes.
like a root vegetable. So I will, I think, attack with my mace.
Okay. You charge forward. Don't forget you get to do your mighty deed. If you have a mighty deed, let us know what you want to do.
I wasn't quite listening carefully enough to know to know how I want to dismantle this creature. I don't know. There was I was imagining it was going to be a big rabbit, and I got confused when it wasn't. So
the
because
dragon.
Carrot Top Mountains.
This is the dragon of Carrot Top.
It must be Carrot Top the comedian in hindsight. So I'm just gonna go with a general try to hit it approximately head wise.
Okay.
And let me get my D10. Okay.
Oh, Dice Station Zebra, the pun game.
He's kills with every fiber of his being. Okay.
Fiber of his bean. Okay, what did you got there, Kate?
All right. So I got let's see. My deed is it's only a 2.
What's your to hit roll? What's your
my to hit is gonna be a 2. A whopping 7.
Yeah, you know what? You are very disturbed by this towering beast looming above you, and the idea that he wants to consume you like a consumable. So yeah, you missed completely. Randy.
Randy points out one warped, flesh-moving hand. You made me do this! Anger a wizard and powerful spells will turn up!
Will turn up. Nice.
Ooh. Okay. Well, Randy was trying to blast this dragon with force manipulation.
Yes.
But he is so intimidated as it comes rushing forward that he might let down headlock that he critically failed.
That's right, you did. Okay, let's hear how that goes. So you're going to go on your corruption table.
Yep, so for anybody who wants to reference their DCC book and follow along, we're on page 143 for force manipulation. I roll 1d5 for my corruption. So wacky dice time, here we go. Rolled a 1. Okay.
Oh.
So Randy loses his sense of touch as if his hands were permanently encased in an envelope of force.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
All right. I'm going to be honest. I don't really know exactly what that means. So I guess he's going to feel really uncomfortable, but he's going to roll with it. And I think as a 6th level wizard, he can give it another go, right?
Probably. Yeah, you get 2 actions. That's what you mean, right? Yeah, if you want to cast another spell, you can.
If you want to tell me in any way how you want me losing my sense of touch to modify this, I'm open to hear your interpretation.
It just means I think that you can't sense anything. It's like, I mean, you're going to be one of these people that you can hit yourself with a hammer and you won't know.
He will test that theory. You know that, right?
Yes, go for it. But first, go ahead and cast your spell.
Okay, I think that one actually slightly succeeds. So this is a fun little follow-up to that catastrophe. A little disc comes out. I'm at a 17, I believe. So.
Oh, okay. So does he have to roll? Tell me what happens.
So Randy forms a floating platform of force energy 3 feet above the ground. Oh, it's not high enough to do any damage apparently.
You guys are having a hard night.
We are indeed. So, oh well.
Okay.
So yeah, this disc appears, and I'm proposing to headlock. We should run. I will block the hail with my disc. It's not strong enough to help us fight, but it can protect us.
So, all right, this dragon is I really kind of expected more from you. But I think it is time for me to toss this salad. And suddenly you feel as if you are falling, because in fact, this dragon has the magical ability once a day to reverse gravity. And so suddenly you are falling falling upwards towards the ceiling, which happens to be 30 feet high. And you are going to take...
Hey, Martin?
Yes.
I just summoned a 3-foot high energy disc.
Yeah?
I would like to try, because it follows closely behind me, I would like to try to catch my energy disc as I fly upwards towards the ceiling.
Okay, yeah.
Can
All
I
right.
take...
Give me a luck check.
Okay. I rolled a 1, and my luck is 10.
All right, very good. So you do catch your disc. So this is what's going to happen. Here's what's going to happen. You all go flying up towards the ceiling, and you take 13 points of damage as you bash the ceiling.
This is looking like Tron.
Okay.
Do I still,
then,
Randy as well, still take 13 points?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, but then Kate...
Headlock.
I'm sorry. Yes, thank you, Andrea. Headlock,
Thank
the mighty warrior, you come smashing downward, falling, and you take another 10 points of damage. And don't forget, your hero pin can show us how injured you are. Hayden, Randy, because you had managed to grab your energy disc, you actually only fall 6 feet onto the disc, taking a point of damage, and then you bounce back up to the ceiling like a pinball, bouncing between a bumper and the side of the pinball machine. You take another 6 points of damage as you hit the ceiling again. And then you take finally another point of damage as you fall back down onto your floating disc. And now your body is levitating above the dragon, floating on your invisible disc. And we have I'm just letting you know, we've got about 9 minutes. Randy is a pinball wizard. We've got about 9 minutes before we have to go. So Headlock, what can you do against Radicchio? You look up and you see Randy's bruised and battered form floating above you. You sort of shake your head from all the fall damage. You're bruised and battered. What do you do, Headlock?
Take a look at this beast and they say, it's time to harvest up some radicchio. And I'm going to take one mighty swing trying to bash his dragon head toward the ceiling, which is still the ceiling for him, right? Or the ground. Okay, yes.
Yep. He was unaffected by his own spell. And with all the bruising you've gotten, I would say that it's sort of blue cheese is your dressing. Go ahead. Give me an attack roll.
Okay, here we go. Well, even with everything I got, that's going to be 18.
Oh, well, that is closer. And remember, and this is for for our new viewers, you could burn luck. So you have a certain number of luck points you could burn, but remember that you won't get them back.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with 2 to make it a 20.
Okay. 20 is not enough. That was a good try, but yeah, this is a tough dragon. And Randy, you are up. You are conscious?
Yes, Randy is conscious, and so I guess Randy can't really feel all the pain from being the new pinball wizard of the cave.
No, that's true. You feel a little you're a little shaken up.
Yeah, but he looks down at the state of himself and realizes that he's probably close to dying. He just can't feel it.
Oh, so is your hero pit? You really are that hurt?
Oh yes, this is no joke. This is
definitely bleeding. Okay.
Yes, this is real Randy. All right, so I'm on my floating disc, right?
You are.
So I'm gonna. I don't know if I need to use an action to move the disc. Yeah, no, I can command it to move by thought alone, it seems.
Okay.
So I'm gonna command it to start moving away from the dragon, and Randy's at a point of desperation. So I think that Randy's going to try to invoke patron in this instance.
Whoa. Okay.
And so he's a little bit desperate. His brain is scrambled. And so I think that Randy knows that Ruta-Betty wants to keep us around to toy with us, and that it's not in her master plan for us to fall to this dragon. There's a greater conflict coming. So I think Randy's going to try to invoke Ruta-Betty in this moment.
Wow.
To take down, and he's hoping in his mind's eye that this cave can cave in, at least on a certain section, to either crush the dragon or seal it off from us.
Wow. Okay. So
How do
you have to make a roll on invoke patron. You do, right?
Yes, I believe you do. I'm going to try to find the spell page for it real quick if I can.
Now this is interesting because as we said earlier, Ruta-Betty is certainly a very powerful farmer.
Yes.
But she is also a nemesis. So it will be interesting to see how she responds to your plea for help. So yeah. let me hear that.
And like I said, Randy's mind is scrambled. I'd like to think he wouldn't normally do this, but he's panicking. Okay, that's another 17, and you know what? I think that Randy is going to burn 3 points of luck to push that up 2 tiers to a net 20.
Oh, nice. Okay, and what does it say the effect is on a 20?
It is per judge. So
okay.
So this is the 1, 2, 3. This is the 4th tier of success for invoke patron.
Okay. So this is what I would like from you, Hayden.
Yeah.
As Randy, you see what looks like a kind of speaking horn form in the air above you.
So he's using his hands to
I'm trying to show you the speaking horn, and you're going to put your mouth into it, and I want you to say in character what you would say to Ruta-Betty.
I know you wish to face me in a spell duel one day, Grand Sorceress. But that day still has yet to come, and you will not be able to test your mettle if we lay here decrepit in this cave. Show me your power and vanquish this beast so that I know what great nemesis I have yet to face.
All right. You hear this sort of do. We're sorry, your call cannot be completed. No, what happens is, yes, actually, the entire cavern starts to shake around you. Yes, Josh Stitch. It was really something. It was like the St. Crispin's Day speech from Henry V. I kind of got a tear, or a little bit like Independence Day, or even we're canceling the apocalypse. What is that?
Who knew
Pacific
Randy
Rim,
was
a little Pacific Rim. The cave is shaking all around you, and suddenly, sprouting from the ground are a variety of vines and weeds and different kinds of plant growth, and they begin wrapping themselves around Radicchio. And Radicchio, what is this? Ruta-Betty, you swore to stay out of my business, but now you are in my business. So we will meet again. And as he actually dives, and this is pretty crazy, he dives literally into the earth as though it were not there, and he is underground and gone. And in that sort of moment of silence, in that pile of bric-a-brac, you spot shining silver, a shining silver hoe. And I mean a hoe that you could use to plant.
Take home to mama.
You could use to plant mighty rutabagas if you so choose. It is just sitting there on the top of the pile.
I forgot to mention also I had to spell burn to cast that, so I have no feeling, but Randy smashed his forearm into the side of his disc and mangled it a little bit and lost a point of strength.
Oh my gosh, yes. You Okay, so yeah, is anyone going to take the hoe?
Stop.
Yes, I am going to I first look at Randy and say, "Oh, Randy, you came and gave without taking, and we need you to stay." And then I'm gonna go for the hose so that we can maybe plant some rutabagas.
Yes.
All right, so Kate, I'm going to give you a point of luck. Headlock. Thank you, Andrea. Headlock, you are going to get a point of fleeting luck for that wonderful Barry Manilow reference. And yet someone did. Okay. And so, yes, and you rush out of the cave and you find that the storm has passed. There is piles of hail. Like this was an incredible storm. But yes, you have weathered the storm and weathered the Radicchio dragon. And that is our encounter for the night. Well done. Not easy to take on a dragon with only the two of you. And DCC dragons, by the way, you really can make them, like if you go to the DCC core rulebook, it's quite fun the way you can invent a dragon. They're much, they're not standard. They're very up to your sort of rolling random dice and sort of creating this dragon. Yes, and Andrea is directing me towards the chat, which everyone in the chat, you all get a temporary luck point for your next DCC game. You can tell your judge that I, Martin from Gaming Honors, have given you this luck point. We are almost out of time because coming up,
the salad days are here again.
That's right.
Martin, you burned through 80% of my health in a turn.
Well, you were going toe to toe with a dragon. This is not a game for the lighthearted. This is a game of mettle and strength and courage, Hayden.
And now Randy will be reminded of that every time that the voice of Ruta-Betty taints his mind.
We only have a few minutes left, so why don't we let's just sort of recap for everyone. First of all, thank you all for watching. Coming up next in just a few minutes is Talking TSR, and I know that there is the Dungeon Denizens Kickstarter that Goodman is running right now, which is amazing. And so the show tonight, they're going to focus on classic monsters from the TSR days. So I think that's going to be a blast. Kate, how can people keep up with the fun of Gaming Honors?
Well, they can Google. And when they do, they will find that there's an Instagram account that's probably something like @Gaming Honors.
Okay, good. Well done. Way to look at the script. No, so you can follow us on Instagram @Gaming Honors RPG.
Or you could find us on Facebook @Honor Your Game.
Or you can
I never get to say that part.
You can subscribe for our email at gaminghonors.com.
And we will be back in 2 weeks, and you may get to see Andrea and myself. I'm not sure. What we might just do is send Elena a still photo of us, and you can just look at our still photo.
Our wedding picture.
Yeah, our wedding picture from 2 days ago.
I'm sure some of the audience is suspecting that Martin and Andrea are Chat GPT generated. No, they're actually real people.
You can tell because of our fine grammar. So thank you all for bearing with us tonight on what was a little bit of a strange show. Kate.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I just want to say, just remember, we are only $150 away from our Kickstarter goal. So anything that you could do to help us bring this boss dragon hero pin to life would be amazing. Amazing.
Did we mention that Andrea is also our CEO? Thank you.
Those adventuring parties need their health indicators for the monsters.
That's right. You need your pin. So yeah, please check out our Kickstarter. Thank you all for watching and having fun with us. Fun with us tonight. Time to roll the body, and you all took some damage. So yes, in Dungeon Crawl Classics, if you fall below 0, you can roll the body. You get one last chance to roll under your luck to see if you live.
Randy's luck is low right now.
How's Headlock looking? Oh, do not ask for who the green pepper. Do not ask for who the bell pepper tolls. It tolls.
Ruta-Betty tolls.
It tolls for thee. And Randy, you too?
Randy's out.
Oh, well, you will have a chance next time. All right. Good night, everyone. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for